Traffic Leongatha, Foxbat 5333 is entering a backtracking runway 04, Leongatha. We've gone from cold up to 57 degrees. That's the effect of the oil thermostat warming up the oil very, very quickly indeed. The outside air temperature is about 21 degrees today. You can see that on the machine here. Okay, so we'll run the engine up to 4,000 RPM. Okay, so we've got just on 4,000 there. We'll check one and see what the drop is, just on 100 RPM. Check the second one, see what the drop is, about 100 RPM. Both on full, everything else is all okay. Throttle back, there's no carburetor heat to check on this aircraft, so we'll throttle right back. We'll put the strobe lights on here just so we've got a little bit of visibility there. We don't need the transponder, this is an airfield well away from anywhere particularly. Put one stage of flap on, which is the handle in the roof here. We just put one stage of flap on, which is there. Two stages is right down here, but we don't really need that many. One stage of flaps is fine. Check the controls are full and free by pushing back, pulling. Everything's all fine there, and then finally ensure that the manual trim lever is set to about an inch back from its position like that on this aircraft. Traffic Leongatha, Foxbat 5333 is entering, lining up on runway 04, and we'll be rolling for a short local. You'll find that as I apply power here, you can lift the nose straight off the ground, and the aircraft will fly off around about 35 knots. Okay, here we go. Nose off the ground, just hold it slightly above the ground like that. As the speed builds up, with two of us on board and about 2/3 fuel, the aircraft comes off at around about 40 knots. Continue the climb out at around about 50 knots, and you'll find on the vertical speed here, we've got around about 1,000, 1,100 feet a minute on the climb here, and that's at a steady 50 knots. So we're doing quite nicely. Got up to a reasonable altitude, put away the flap, adjust the trim slightly, continue the climb maybe 55 to 60 knots. Okay, we're pretty well up to 500 feet now.
Quebec is turning right downwind to runway 04 at Leongatha.
Okay, we have a glider in the circuit here, so we'll make a gentle, slow right turn here for the right-hand circuit. Slow the RPM back a little bit to about 4,500. We're up at about 800-900 feet above ground level right now, looking for the glider, which has just joined downwind for that runway to our right. The visibility is pretty good. You can see pretty well straight down in this aircraft, which is very nice indeed. Okay, we're up at 1,000 feet above the circuit, above the ground now, turning downwind, and we'll keep an eye open for the glider. Traffic Leongatha, Foxbat 5333 has turned downwind for runway 04. Touch and go, Leongatha.
Leongatha traffic, glider Golf, Quebec is turning base for runway 04 at Leongatha.
Glider, this is Foxbat 5333. We have you visual and we'll stay well behind you.
Quebec.
Okay, so circuit height here, just about 1,200 feet above sea level. We've got, at the moment here, about 4,200 RPM, 12 litres an hour, got a true airspeed of around 75, 76 knots. Indicated about the same here.
Is turning final for runway 04 at Leongatha.
Okay, now we're giving the glider plenty of room, but we've got plenty of room there, so throttle right back. A little bit of trim just to hold the nose and get the speed back as we turn onto base leg around about 60 knots. Traffic Leongatha, Foxbat 5333 turns right base, runway 04, Leongatha. Keep an eye on the height, we're about 500 feet above the ground now, turning in behind the glider which is running in ahead of us. Well, the short landing on the Foxbat is basically, it is a short field aircraft, and one of the great advantages of it is being able to land it in a very, very short space if necessary. So right now we've got the engine back on full idle. Traffic Leongatha, Foxbat 5333 turns finals, runway 04. In fact, we'll make this one a full stop. Okay, we'll put one stage of flap on, two stages of flap on, pull the trim right back, get the speed back to around about 50 knots. Okay, so we're nailing that between 45 and 50 knots. There's not much of a gusty wind here or anything like that today, so we can come down quite nicely. A little bit of power to pull us into the threshold. About 50 knots here. Okay, and then cut the power, let the aircraft, whoops, a little bit of a sink there, and let it just sink gently onto the runway, just on the numbers there, and then stop the aircraft.